Titus Burgess is a 6-time Emmy-nominated actor and Broadway veteran who's lit up the stage in musicals such as Guys and Dolls, The Little Mermaid, and Jersey Boys.
Yeah, now after 14 years, Titus has returned to the Great White Way in the Tony-winning musical. It is incredible, Moulin Rouge. Titus, 14 years.
Oh my goodness, it's been so long.
Wow.
I mean,
Somebody's in middle school.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, so what did it feel like to get back on that stage?
Oh my God, I was tingling all over. It was lovely. You know, 14 years is a long time to be away from that schedule, you know, but really remembering what it takes, the commitment it takes to kind of be back in that grind, you know, I'm here for it.
Yeah, it is a grind, but there is something that you were pointing out that every time in the audience, it's someone's very first time watching a Broadway show.
I'll never forget Des McAnuff, who directed Jersey Boys, told me that. He's like, Titus, you can't go out there and, I was a kid at the time, he's like, you can't go out there and mess around. It's someone's first time. You're shaping how they see theater. You know, remember when it was your first time. And you got to take it seriously. So
I mean, that is so beautiful, and I think that's why Broadway and theater is such a special part of the culture.
Yeah.
Our culture, because to get there, to see people in real life doing these things that little kids dream, little kids like you dreamed of.
Absolutely, and I got to tell you, this cast is dynamite. It's like Courtney Reed and Casey Cott and myself, of course, and but this ensemble, these dancers, what they do with their bodies, hats off. It really is. It's amazing.
Well,
it's quite humbling.
It takes a special kind of person to do what you do. And when Jenna was just talking about when you were a young child and you were thinking about it, so take us back there for a second. So you knew you had some talent, but
well, sure. I mean, I sort of thought everyone could sing though, and that everyone could dance. You know, it wasn't until I was in grade school and I kept getting pushed forward to the front of the cast list, you know, that I sort of realized, well, maybe this is.
Well, were they singing and dancing at home? How did you get?
Why do you think
well, my mom sang and my grandmother sang, so everyone around me was doing the thing. You know? So I didn't really see any difference.
Well, and I read this and I was like, this has to be wrong. You were the choir director at your church at 11 years old for adults.
For adults, it was about 60 adults.
They listened to you?
Yeah.
Wow.
They didn't want to, but they listened. You know?
What was that like to have that kind of?
Well, listening to a child give you notes as an adult never really kind of falls on the ears as the way it should. And they didn't take critique. Everything sounded, you know, like I was being a little you know what. But I don't know. I had this thing that I could do. I played the piano, I read music, and I was up there waving my arms and moving those guys in the shape.
I mean, that is amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, your life has gone through lots of transitions.
That's
you
true.
recently posted about the end of a 10-year relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is
Hoda,
We're going there. We're going there.
Oh, God, you guys.
Can I tell you, do you know how many people have just gotten out of long relationships and are wondering,
It's
like,
a celestial
how do you navigate?
thing.
Well, here's what you wrote, and I thought this was beautiful, by the way. I never wanted to get married. I never saw happy couples. Well, now love has new meaning in my life. It's fun to watch myself literally not know what I want.
Yeah.
You're kind of, it's like open road is really what you have.
Every day is a new day, quite literally. And, you know, my emotions sideswipe me. You know, 10 years is a very long time. And your energy becomes tethered to someone in a way that you don't even realize until they are not there. Luckily for me, my relationship ended amicably, and we were good friends, and he is happy in another relationship, and I am so happy for him.
Oh, that's cool.
And you know, and I have my work. But I guess more to the point of what I meant was, you know, I now watch myself give myself all of the energy that I was putting into our relationship. And that is a different experience, and that also it takes a different type of practice that I have not yet gotten used to doing on autopilot, but I'm learning.
What you said was very profound, I think. You said, I'm happy he's in another relationship. It takes a long, long time for people to say, if they ever say those words.
He was my best friend. Don't you want your best friend to be happy? You know?
But you know who else we want to be happy? Is you. You know, and I think the one thing that's fun about new starts is like the possibility. Do you feel that?
I do feel it. I don't know how much time we got, but I'm a Pisces and I feel everything like to the nth degree.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to sort of uncover or recover my own pores, my own atoms, my own taste buds again to see really what I want.
Yeah.
And like you said, when you're doing Broadway and you're doing 8 shows a week, there really isn't time.
You got one day off.
You get one day off, and it's grueling. You have physical therapy because it's that kind of grueling.
Yeah.
So there's not. Maybe it's kind of what you need right now.
Right now, it's a palate cleanser.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, we have to. Can we please talk about the adaptation of The Preacher's Wife?
Oh yes,
we were talking about.
We
this.
love that.
Oh, great.
We've been waiting
What
for
is
this.
happening?
So I've been working on it for about 13 years, but we go to the Alliance Theater in the spring for our out-of-town tryout, and we will come to Broadway next fall.
Oh my
By
gosh,
the way,
we
we've been dying
cannot
for this.
wait.
How smart were you to get those rights back then? Did you
Well,
always know?
I started writing it before I had the rights. I do not recommend it. But I just knew in my body that this was my story to tell, and we are having a lovely, lovely time.
And it's a musical, right?
It's a musical. All new music. People will be flying around and disappearing. It's gonna be great.
Oh my gosh, we cannot wait.
Titus, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And you guys go and see this show. I'm going to come see you in it. I've seen it once, but I want to see it again. It's that type of show. You can catch Titus on Broadway and Moulin Rouge, the musical. It is fantastic. He will be there through December
17th.
Good. All right. Book your tickets.